right, so I'm at the Mandalay Bay. It's 114 degrees outside, so I'm going to try to stay out of the sun as much as I possibly can. So I'll be taking trams, a little bit, pedestrian walkways will be out in the sun, but very little. Normally it take about 40 minutes to walk down the strip. I've done this in 30 using the trams. So it's not only going to save you time, but it's going to save you a lot of heat. Now, I'm actually beginning at the Mandalay Bay, and I'll be going to the Bellagio. So stick with me. All right, so here's Mandalay Bay. This is actually where we're going to be starting. House of Blues is right there. Starlight Tattoo. And here's the poker room. Small little poker room. And we're going to be heading up the escalators to the tram station. So stick with me as we go from the Mandalay Bay to the Bellagio using not only hidden little ways, but now normally you can actually walk from Mandalay Bay to Luxor to Excalibur, but we're going to be taking the tram. It's much quicker. That's how you save a little bit of time and get in places. So right over there, you can kind of see. Let me show you. Kind of. So right back there is Excalibur. You can see the Sphinx. There's the MGM. And the tram looks like it's about to arrive. So let's go check it out. We're going to take the express train to we're going to take the expressway. Here's the trams. Actually, we're going to take the first tram that comes our way, which is this one. See, it's already here. Tram. And that starts at the Mandalay Bay. This one I don't know if this one may or may not go to the Luxor. And then the Excalibur. We're going to get on it anyway. I'm not going to wait for the other one because it'll still go down. It'll still go down to the Excalibur as our destination. Before we start walking a little bit across to New York, and then Park MGM, and then we'll take the other tram to Bellagio. So stick with me.
Ever wanted to learn craps without the pressure? My new channel, Craps with Kevin, on YouTube is live. Click the link in the description.
All right, so Mandalay Bay, and here I am, just lickety split. Took probably 3 minutes to get from Mandalay Bay, and I'm here. I didn't have to walk through the heat, but there is a tunnel that goes from Mandalay Bay to Luxor, to a walking tunnel to Excalibur. You can also take that one, but I wanted to get there quicker. So here I am at. Thank you, buddy. You guys have a good time. All right, so we're going to cross. There's not much effort. Here we are down at the Excalibur already. And we're going to cross the street to go over to New York. You see the Statue of Liberty? Here's the Excalibur. Here's the Excalibur. Now the sign up here says on the wall, says New York, this way, the park, and T-Mobile Arena. The T's gone, but and that way if you're going to go to Excalibur. So this is one of the few places that you have to face the heat, but you're just walking across the street to New York. Over there's MGM. You can see how close we are. There's another pedestrian bridge right over there to cross over from here to, but you have to go inside the New York and take a right. So there's the MGM. And you're going to see here in a minute where the Las Vegas A's, the old Oakland Athletics, is across the street. Oh, yo. And there's that fierce MGM lion. So here we are at the New York, New York. It's really cool. Has a roller coaster. I don't see it running. So, but it's extremely hot. It's 114. Probably by now it's 116. Because when I started this little adventure coming down to the Strip, it was 114. And I think it might get up to 117. So you look for all these ways. You look for all these ways to save, time and effort. There's the Statue of Liberty. To stay out of the heat. Because if you do, you kind of stumble and you walk around or something. He didn't pick up on that, so I'm a dumbass. Anyway, we're at New York, New York. We didn't have very far to go from the Excalibur. Remember, we started at the Mandalay Bay, went to the Excalibur. There's Coyote Ugly Bar and Dance Saloon. And this is New York, beginning of New York, New York. It's really fun, kind of a family, more atmosphere. There's Capriotti's, local favorite for sandwiches. Their Bobby is unreal. It's like Thanksgiving. Now, over there is where you get on. Over there is where you walk across to the MGM. So up top, the Hershey's Chocolate Factory. There's also a bottom level. We'll see it as we go down. Here's the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. Right here is the New York, New York, New York, New York. Over here you got the rewards, MGM rewards if you don't already have a card. There's the cashier's office, which is smart. They're side by side. And right here is Hershey's Chocolate World. And they have this cool chocolate bar that's right here they actually make chocolate drinks here. And it's really popular because of the hype. I think they have like chocolate margaritas and things like that. So right here is the Nine Fine Irishmen. Nine Fine Irishmen. Say that 20 times. There's some games. We're in New York, New York. Look how cool it is. It's really cool here. And it's cool in here. Literally cool in here. That's why it's best to walk through here. Plus, this will take us right. We'll walk across the street from New York, New York. We'll walk across the street. Here's Swatch. Yeah, and you thought Swatch was dead. You thought nobody's going to buy plastic timepieces. Here is Starbucks. It's currently closed. Here's this hour, Sportsbook's Starbucks. Here's their sports book. Here's their sports book. Here's Tom's Watch Bar. These are our two local home teams. Right out there is Las Vegas Boulevard. But our two home teams, pretty good home teams, huh? Gonzales y Gonzales, that's a Mexican restaurant. Look how cool it is in here. It looks like New York. Looks like a miniature version of like what you would think New York, New York would be. Not New York, New York, but just New York would be. So here's Gonzales y Gonzales again. And we're going Virgin Fulton fish fry. Man, that sounds good.
Check.
I'm hungry. They have bao. This is a Chinese place. I can't read Chinese, so buns, bao, bowls, and boba. And right on here is going to take us across the street. Check out the Mad Apple is their one of their shows. So we're going to walk right out here across the street and go to the Park MGM. And I'll say it once, I'll probably say it again later, but Park MGM is one of the few non-smoking. Phew. Man, I swear I'm like my daughter. When I get out in the sun, I sneeze. Check out the Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty Cafe. This is just hats. So it looks like they have some other kind of tchotchkes in here. So we're going to cross the street to Park MGM. And then we're going to go over, there's another tram. So you're not out in the heat very much. But we're going to take the other tram that starts at Park MGM. It ends in the Bellagio, our final destination. And you can see it's really pretty quick. If they had made a tunnel for the other hotels, that would have been awesome. But right here is Park MGM. And again, it is the only thing that's smoking here are the dice. Now I've done videos on Mandalay Bay. I've done video on Luxor, Excalibur, New York, the Park MGM. And I've also done a video on Italy, and I'll point it out to you in a minute. See the sign that says, the last one says Italy that way. So it's kind of like it's a bunch of Italian restaurants. That, here's the Las Vegas Lady Gaga house. Has some memorabilia of hers. I love the chandeliers in this place. So here you've got guest elevators, hotel lobby, buffets, Nomad. Here's some table games. We're only interested in getting to the Bellagio at this point. MGM rewards, cashier's office, they're one and the same. MGM is one of the places that combines there, which I think is smart. Check out this cool chandelier. I love the chandeliers here. So check out the games. Jumanji, that's a new, looks like a new game. I haven't seen Jumanji out. There's the Dragon Link. A lot of people's favorite. This one is 72,000. 72,000. So there's another exit to T-Mobile Arena. T-Mobile Arena is like out where I was describing the park. So high limit areas. Right across the hallway is the high limit slot. Now in my Park MGM video, the video of this place was, I picked the wrong time to come, I guess, because it was absolutely packed. I was coming the opposite way that I'm going now, and the conference people were all going this way, and I was literally swamped. Here is another Starbucks. It's back here by so if you want to stop and grab there's a couple of places, one at Bellagio, and then there's one here. So conference center is around this direction, but right now we're going to take the pool straight ahead, and on this side we're going to go to Pool Aria Tram to Bellagio. So we're going to be going this way. People are weird about cameras. I think it's that old if they're captured on their image is captured, they lose part of their life. I don't know. Why in the world would she act like such a fool over a camera? So yeah, we're here going back. Now I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. Right over there's the pool. We won't invade their space. Other people dancing. I like the artwork back here. It's kind of funny. Some of it. Look at this guy. He is cool. He's cool in his tracksuit. That's right. And see, we're staying cool. We're staying really cool in this place because we're not walking Las Vegas Boulevard, which is deadly this time of the year. If you were to go from Mandalay, walk from Mandalay Bay to the Bellagio on the outside, man, you better hope you bring water. Oh, they're at the park and they're hanging out. That guy's explaining something. He's splaining. Here's their little selfie station. Okay, so we're gonna go upstairs. We're gonna go to the Aria Crystals Tram to Bellagio Vidara. So you can there's elevators for each of these locations, but look, look, oh my gosh. It's a good thing we're not climbing the stairs because that's a long way up there. Could you imagine what they did was, if you look, there's the floor down there, and here's the top part. So this used to, when they built it, and they added the steel structure for the escalator and the stairs, it was a big giant drop off from here. Now right over there, beautiful, beautiful hotels. And then we're gonna go to Aria Resorts and Casino. Now that's if you walk to the Aria. We're gonna be taking the tram, so we're gonna be going out here. You're kind of in the heat a little bit, but mostly you'll be waiting on the tram. And believe me, it's a lot faster. We'll probably get there in about 25 minutes, as opposed to if you're walking in the heat, oh my gosh, you'd be out, you'd be stopping everywhere, every which way for something to drink, or you'd duck inside a few of the hotels to avoid the heat. So if you're going from the Mandalay Bay to the Bellagio, then it's probably best that you follow my lead and take these little hidden gems. So stick with me as we're waiting for the next tram. Hopefully it's here. No, it's not here yet. We're gonna go get on the ones that take you, that's like express, and that's this one. And we're going to be going Crystals, Aria, Vidara, Bellagio, and Cosmo. Those are some of the places, not in that order. Bellagio is where it terminates. So, see, this one says Aria Park MGM is where we're at, Crystals, and then Bellagio Tram. We're going to get off at the Bellagio with access to the Vidara and the Cosmopolitan. So stick with me as we go take the tram, and we're going to get off at the Bellagio. And I'll give you my final tally as far as how long it took me. Some of those doors aren't working, so we're going to have to get on. All right, so stick with me as we take the tram from Park MGM to Bellagio. All right, stick with us. All right, so this tram stops Starting at Park MGM, is going to stop at Crystals, which you can have access to the Aria, or you can go to Bellagio and have access to. You can have access to Vidara, and so stick with me. Check out the peak. This is the Crystals. Now to get to the Aria through Crystals, you have to go through Crystals to get to Aria, and there's like a escalator and such. I'm not going to show you that. Our main goal is to get to the Bellagio. So stick with me. All right, we're actually at the Bellagio. That from leaving the Mandalay Bay and getting to the Bellagio took us 20 minutes on the various trams and walking through the New York and Park MGM. So we are here at the Bellagio, and we stayed out of the heat. Mostly stayed out of the heat. So stick with me as we finish out this and go inside the Bellagio. You gotta love the Bellagio. It's beautiful at the Bellagio. And you know what waits us at the very end is the escalator to Bellagio and Vidara Hotel.
That one over.
Excuse me.
Over by our hotel is really steep.
Oh, so we're here at the Bellagio. I'll show you basically how to get back here to the tram in reverse direction. I'm going to show you how to get to the Bellagio. You go through these little doors here. Now, that way is the way to the Cosmo and Vidara. You can actually go that way, but we're actually here at you can take the elevator, but we're actually going to stay inside the Bellagio for right now. So stick with me. Who's that guy? That guy's been so hot. And I'm talking like 114 degree heat. It's like probably 114 to 116 degrees outside. Now this starts right here starts the Bellagio. There's a newsstand. We're going to the conservatory and the casino. So stick with me as we go through here. Right down there is the different conference rooms. That's the different conference rooms. Out there's the pool. Check out these walls. It's cool. It's like granite. And we're walking through the Bellagio. Excuse me. Right over there's the pool. A lot of people hanging out at the pool. Here's one of the bars. And it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. This is the Harvest restaurant. That's the one they're using all that granite, that beautiful granite. So again, we come all the way from Mandalay Bay to the Bellagio. See the essentials? MGM, it's got their stamp on it. Essentials is basically their MGM's convenience stores. Here's the world's largest chocolate factory, longest maybe. I forget what they say. Gelato and pastry line. You see all the fountain? I think it's one of the largest or longest. It was actually in the Guinness Book of Records. There's Giardini home store. There's a lot of cool, especially during Christmas. There's a lot of cool things in there. But right here is where we were headed to at the Bellagio. The conservatory. Isn't it beautiful? All right, well, thank you. And now you know a way to go from Mandalay Bay to the Bellagio and to stay mostly out of the heat. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. And for all future videos, stick with me.